So today I want to talk to you about, women being financially independent is so important to me. My mom raised me to be super independent, and I appreciate that so much. Actually, my dad too. But today I want to talk about men and who you are possibly meeting and dating, and do they have to be also financially secure and stable? And if they're not, is that a turn off? Is it bye time when you meet, someone who's broke? Like, is it? So today I really want to be just straight up about this because it's been coming up with the women I work with. It comes up. And honestly, I talk to men that this is an insecurity of theirs too, So I want to just first start by saying that I'm all about women not depending on a man for anything, right? You don't need a man to pay for anything. And so many women in this community, just like me, we are ambitious. We are badasses. We are killing it in our careers. We're driven. We get it done. We're financially secure and stable. Like, that is the goal. I don't want you to be in a place where I need a guy to pay for anything. That's not it at all. I want you to be intentional and know that you're going to find a partner to do life with, and you guys will do it together where you're sharing expenses and you'll have a joint bank account like Will and I. I truly don't even have my own bank account. We have, everything's joint. My money is his money is mine. It's all right. We both contribute to the family household, and that's how it's always been from the beginning, right? Before I met him, I was working and making my own money, paying for my own apartment. So that's just my mindset. I was very independent and so happy, so fulfilled on my own. And I think that energy is really important. So if you are listening and you're wondering, I'm looking for a man to take care of all my bills, yeah, I'm not for that. I'm really not. I'm you need to take steps to be completely fulfilled on your own, financially independent, and have that energy where you're really proud of yourself and you're excited about that, And so when you do meet a guy, when you're putting yourself out there and you connect, that doesn't even come up where you need someone. You don't have that energy of, I need you to pay my bills. You can pay for your own stuff, right? Your own, get your hair done, get your nails done, go shopping, vacation, whatever, you don't. And so that is really empowering. And I need, and if you are listening and you're not in a place to do that, I challenge you. I'm what will it take for you to get there? What steps can you take to be financially independent? Because that's where you want to be. You want to be in a place where you are living your best life alone, single, paying your own stuff. Okay? And so when you're doing all that and you meet a guy, you're then seeing, okay, where is he at? What is he in terms of financial security? Is he also like you? Is he also financially independent? Is he also driven and ambitious and just thriving, right? And so that energy is so important. It's about asking those questions. It's about sharing who you are, where you are on your journey, and being proud of it, and seeing how he responds. Some guys don't like women that work. Honestly, they don't. They want a woman to just they want to be the guy wants to be the breadwinner and take care of it, be the provider, and not have a woman that works, or he wants you to give it up for the kids. So it's have those conversations, right? But him, if he tells you, and as soon as you meet somebody and he's yeah, I don't have a job, yeah, I'm kind of working on that, trying to figure things out, I'm in between stuff. And people could be in between things, but you really have to see, are they taking action to get to where they want to be? I've dated enough guys where they're saying a lot of things, but then their actions are not aligned to that. And so yeah, I really want to, be whatever. And then they're sleeping all day. They're on the sofa of their parents or their grandparents or whatever. It's clearly it's like they're not that driven, ambitious person that you may be, right? And so do you want a partner like that? Hell no. Like I'm like, let's not even like pretend that's hot, because it's not. Like that is not. I just feel that it's so important to understand that this isn't shallow. Like it's not like, and someone said that to me. One of my clients said, oh yeah, I know that sounds shallow. I'm like, actually it doesn't. To ask what someone does for a living. If he has a problem with answering that question, clearly he has massive issues. Like seriously, like he has some massive insecurities. Someone, I want them to be able to openly communicate to you what they're doing, or even if they're not doing anything in terms of a career right now, but what steps are they taking? And I think that you need to listen. Like ask the questions and listen to what they say. And don't like, oh, but like there's so much potential. You know what I mean? It's like really listen to what they say and then watch what they do. How are they, have they been without a job like for months on end? Like, what is it? And you can really just, if you are intentional and you just clear your rose-colored glasses and you're like, okay, I really want to pay attention and see who they are, right? And sometimes like they're so hot and they're so whatever and they're so tall and they're so all the things. It doesn't matter. The height thing didn't matter to me, honestly. I said that because I know a lot of you do care. But I truly feel that this whole thing with financial security is important. And it is a deal breaker. I truly feel that if you're listening, you've taken a lot of steps to be financially independent. If you haven't, hopefully this is landing with you, and hopefully you're taking steps to say, what am I doing? Like, how can I get to that part? Be financially independent and financially secure on your own, right? But on top of that, it's like, if you are there and you're dating and you meet a guy and he's like just not where you're at and not even taking steps to where you're at, like not even remotely close, it's bye-bye time. It really is. That should be on your list. That is a deal breaker. I know this is not, I just can feel it. Some of you guys are going to be watching and it's like, well, this is bullshit. I'm working towards blah, blah. Listen, all of us are growing and all of us are striving. I get it. But understand something. If you're saying you're going to do these things, okay, great. Like, let's see you do it. Like, let's see what's happening. Or is there, and for a woman to want that from you, like that shouldn't be a turnoff for you. We're like, oh my God, all she wants is money. No, she doesn't. No, she does. Well, at least the women in my community don't. What this is about is having a partner where they add value to your life and you add value to their life. Right? It's not like, oh, I'm going to be dragging your broke ass, loser ass through life. Like, no, I'm not here for that. That relationship sucks. And I've been there, by the way, and it sucks. So it's about finding that person that you're aligned with and truly have that intention to get somewhere in your life. Like, okay, if you want to have that nice house, okay, what steps are you both taking for that? Right? And that's it. It's like, okay, and if you go on a date, and by the way, this is like, you could tell so much from talking to someone and listening on a first date. Like, you do not need to wait so long to find out the truth of who someone is, what their dreams are. Yes, if they say they're working towards something, you're going to have to see them again and see what's actually going on in their lives, right? And keep talking to them and do that. But while you're doing it, don't sleep with them. Like, that is so important. Like, it is important to see if the actions are aligned to what they're saying, and don't just go to bed with them based on the things that they've said and hoping for the best. And then you find out, oh, whoopsie daisies, they are a loser. Oh, shit. So, I truly hope that this is landing with you. You're hearing it. It's resonating. Financial security is important for both parts, women and men, for both of you guys. And I just I honestly feel that I know that you hear so many people break up and divorce because of financial shit, right? I am like proactive. I'm like, okay, let's go into dating really intentionally and talk about that aspect of like, where are we financially? What are your, like, are you a saver? Like, why not ask these questions? Like, can we normalize talking about money? Like, it's like, why is it like this whole, oh my gosh, that's like, you don't talk about that on the first date. Why the hell not? I want to know, what are your dreams? What are your ambitions? And even if your ambition doesn't make a lot of money, right? This is important too. I want to say this because, by the way, I was a teacher, which teachers don't make that much money, which totally sucks, by the way, and I love teachers. But, I was in a career that I absolutely loved and lit me up, So it wasn't like, oh my God, I have to make so much money. It's not like, oh my God, the person you date has to make a crap load of money. That's not it. It's just about, okay, the way I was living, I was pursuing something that I was really passionate about. And it afforded me a life that I enjoyed to live on my own. I was able to be like financially stable and secure on my own. See what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh my God, you have to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's not like that. And so keep that in mind. I just feel like there's so much like this stigma about like, oh my God, you don't say that. You can't do this. Like, why not? Why not? If a guy or a girl is uncomfortable talking about money, it's like, well, what insecurities do they have going on? Like, what is going on with them? I'm curious. Like, why do you have a problem talking about your ambition or your career or, lack thereof, Like, there is something going on here. It's like so deep too. If you try it out too and let me know, like reach out to me, the Jackie Loor on Instagram, and tell me, oh yeah, I tried talking about someone's finances and they got pissed off. Do you feel bad then? Do you apologize for it? Hell no. You say, oh my gosh, okay, well, didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I just feel like this is something that, I'm being really intentional in my dating. And this is really important to me in terms of like being a team and a partner. And, I'm really excited about my career and I want to see where you're at. But you see, it's like you're coming from a place of not interrogative, like, where are you? What are you doing? How much money do you have? Like, it's like, just to be clear, it's not like that, And you don't need to be. Like, that's the beauty of it. When you're at a place where you don't need anything, you don't have that desperate energy of like, what can you pay for me? That being said, I have to say, I know a lot of women and a lot of people have the love language of, gifts, right? And I get it. And I am big on, you communicating your love language. And if you love gifts, that's something that you will tell your person, your partner, and they will hopefully, happy wife, happy life. They want to show up for you. They give you your gifts. But understand something. It's not like you need them to pay for anything. Do you see what I mean? There's like a big difference. I want to make sure that this is landing and you're understanding that I am all about women working, having their own money and taking care of their own shit and not needing a man to pay for anything of theirs. Okay. But it is nice and it is beautiful when they can be generous and, shower you with gifts. Like, hell yes. This is great. Is it necessary? No. But if that's your love language, awesome. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Let me know if you're listening on YouTube, drop me a comment. Tell me what part of this really resonated with you, what landed. I love connecting with you guys. And so please tell me. And on Instagram too, you can find me, the Jackie Loor. As you're putting your beautiful heart out there, okay, do not settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. Thank you for listening. Until next time.